You have been invited. We've spent a long time waiting for you. This was an email I got a little bit ago that held a Google Drive link with no background or context as to what it was. This caught my attention immediately, not because the email was threatening or strange, but because it made no sense. Additionally, something else was off. The email went to my private account. So how did this person get my email to begin with? Against anyone's better judgment, I let curiosity win and took a peek into the Google Drive, hoping to get a clear answer. Within this Google Drive was a couple of things. Screenshots of some type of settlement with a watchtower and well, a ravine with some type of mine shaft, and a journal entry by a person named Judah. This entry read, "Summer 6. They still don't believe me. I've been warning them since the beginning, but nobody listens anymore. Something about this place feels wrong. It always has." And lastly, a text file containing an IP address. This would be to a Minecraft server. Immediately, I would be thrown straight into the settlement. This would catch me off guard, as I would expect to have to find these things given to me within the Google Drive. Spawn being next to the settlement saves me a lot of time. Instead of spending an eternity trying to figure out where the location is of this place, I'm immediately given access to it and the ability to check out its environments right upon joining the server. I would take my time to go through the houses and take a look at what's inside. Maybe there's a hint as to why I'm here at the settlement right off the start. As I explored this house, I'd noticed that this place seemed abandoned, as if everything was left in place, but I couldn't shake this feeling that this abandonment was recent. This is when I take notice of the pathways leading from the houses to the well. At first, I brushed it off, thinking it was just a design pattern and maybe even a flaw, even putting it as far as it led to something within the walls underneath the watchtower. But as we continue, things were not as they seemed. I'd go on to check another house and would find absolutely nothing inside. The place was completely empty, but this is when things started to get weird. As I started searching the last house, I'd hear something that would catch my attention. That noise came in the direction of a cave, more specifically the mine shaft that we saw in the photos of the Google Doc. This was definitely used by whoever was occupying the settlement. I thought the noise came from the portal, albeit I don't have the best hearing, but then that noise came again. This time from the darkness of the staircase leading deeper into the cave. As expected, I found nothing other than the remnants of players who used to previously explore these caves. Torches left behind, and areas mined out, ore veins missing, and pathways leading into Deep Slate. As I'd explore, I'd find nothing. A huge chunk of my time wasted, I thought to myself. Though that was until I returned to the surface. There, right in front of the staircase, stood an entrance before me. Some sort of tunnel. One that was never there before when our attention was first taken to this place. At this point, the thought of logging off right then and there struck me like a 16-wheeler. However, I felt compelled to stay on and continue looking into the depths of the server. There was something behind it, and I started to develop an itch to figure out what that was. To begin with, I'd scratch that itch by taking a look at the newly formed tunnel, a dark corridor winding down into a huge room lit by frog lights. I'd be led to a lectern that held a book. And just like the settlement, the first thing I would notice is something on the floor. The ground held spirals going towards the center where the lectern was at. This is what caught my attention first. Then it was the book that was within the lectern. What cipher is this? After running it through a Caesar cipher, an ROT cipher, and even a Veneer cipher, I was unable to get the message behind the book we found. Maybe I tried putting it through Judah, and it just didn't come through. And it's unknown author. I'd come to an assumption that as we continue with our investigation, we will get the key we need to solve this cipher. I would decide to return to the last house that we didn't get to fully look at. And in doing so, I'd find something interesting within the attic of this house. A book above a fireplace. A book with the author named Judah. The same name given to us from the Google Drive. I've warned them far too many times. I only hope they listen before it's too late. Nights in a row, I've had the same vision, and each one ends the same way. But even remembering it clearly isn't enough to understand what I'm being shown. Seconds after waking, the details remain sharp, yet they never form a complete picture. Only fragments that refuse to connect, leaving me with the certainty that something is terribly wrong. It doesn't make sense why I'm the only one seeing these things. We explore the same places, play at the same times, yet I'm always the one left with questions. They told me to get help. I laughed it off, but something keeps telling me it isn't me. Different paths all lead back to the same place. Times I tried convincing myself it was just another dream. If you're reading this, you've probably found what I couldn't bring myself to investigate. Please, heed this warning. The server is not what you think. At first, the jumbled up letters would seem like a mistake, but they are actually a part of 4 hidden ciphers within this book. If we take a look at the ciphered letters, they are different colors compared to the rest of the journal. But alongside those words that are ciphered are regular words that are also the same text color. And it is pretty simple. If we look at the first cipher, we can see that the key is given to us right off the bat. If we keep in mind that both the ciphered word and the key are the same text color, everything is easy to solve. Doing that, we get the coordinates 790 and 610. Following these coordinates would lead me to a cabin within the woods, a cabin separate from the settlement. And upon finding this cabin, I would find a book with another cipher in it. Little did I expect that as we made our way into the house, whatever we found would be used to solve the cipher we were just given. And as I entered, I'd also noticed that this cabin was also abandoned. There would be different signs scattered within this cabin, with words that would seem random to anyone else. However, these words would be used as a key to solving the cipher in the book. I checked each sign using the word that was plastered on it, while also checking chests to see if there's anything useful that we can use, coming to a definite answer with one of the last signs that we see within this place, which was some flimsy "you did it" text and a location where to place a button or lever. This would open a piston door, dropping me into some kind of tunnel system. Tunnels similar to the one that we saw back at the mineshaft. However, these were different. This was like some kind of labyrinth or maze. And I'd take notice that certain hallways had a light at the end of each one, as if the light was leading me somewhere within this place. There would be multiple other corridors and a lot of places that I could go and turn into, dark tunnels that lead to who knows where, places that I wouldn't explore because I decided to follow the lights. And in doing so, it would lead me into a room where I would find something very important. Like the patterns on the floor. There's always something weird going on with the floor too. Like back at the settlement. Pathing was really weird. Like one of the first things we noticed. Just a lonely book? Redacted. Service log 1?
I've seen this happen before. Groups would arrive, groups would leave. By the end, they always end up turning against one another. However, there was always one who noticed first. I've begun referring to them as the witness. They speak of visions, warnings, and places no one else seems willing to acknowledge. If my observations are correct, there is a pattern here. I simply lack enough perspective to understand it. What I do know is this: every generation returns to the same place. Every witness reaches the same crossroads. Every settlement returns to the same silence. It is as though history refuses to move on. The cycle has repeated for longer than I have been here.
Now, this is where things start to pull me in deeper. One who noticed first, the witness. This clearly refers to Judah, as he's the one receiving visions as stated at the bottom of the second page. Then there's this next part. The same places, the same crossroads, the same silence. In my opinion, what this seems to be describing is spirals. A spiral has many points, but they are all connected in the middle. They all lead to the same place. Where have we seen spirals so far? That would be within the tunnel we saw in the mineshaft, and of course, the pathways at the settlement that lead to the well. So my first course of action was to leave and to investigate the well as quick as possible. But before we go on, let's back up a little bit and take a look at what we found. We've uncovered a few key things that stir fragments of a bigger picture, and we know that there are two people contrary to everything that we've been questioning, the observer and the witness. For all we know, they could be the reason or the people waiting for me on this server. However, the information that we've collected suggests another party is involved, influencing both the observer and the witness. From the books of both parties, it seems like other players should be on this server, and the evidence of the settlement and abandoned cabins support this claim otherwise. So, now the question shifts to what happened to the players, and who is this observer? The well would lead me to some type of area underneath the settlement, and this area would also lead to another room. A room with a ginormous eye overseeing a lectern, with empty bookshelves scattered all over the room. I didn't understand what was going on, and my understanding of these things so far has been minute. However, as I walked farther in, I noticed that there was a book in the lectern. The tunnel at the mine shaft appeared again. I remember telling them about it, trying to explain how wrong the server felt. They just brushed it off. A joke. Ever since the first vision, I've started noticing things I haven't noticed before. Symbols, signs, text started to change, and the more I looked into it, the more it would frequent. I even noticed the rift between me and them, especially the other players. A few years ago, this server used to be full of life, always someone doing something. Now, no one is on. Hardly anyone speaks to me, even outside the server. People started disappearing, and the symbols started to become more and more. Their things stay behind like a trove of mysteries. Items and books left for me to find. It's not like I've worn them multiple times. And without even noticing, the environment around me changed, like reality was being configured without my knowledge. I felt this unease, this feeling that this server was not abandoned, that there was still someone or something on this world, moving things around like a pawn on a chessboard, like some sort of vessel. And as we walked down this tedious corridor, I'd notice again, like previous, that there was something on the floor. It looked like some type of triangle, similar to the eye and the spirals that we saw earlier. However, I can't shake that I've seen this before, with something similar to what we saw in the mine shafts. As far as we know, we have no context or descriptions as to what these entail. What does the eye mean? What do the spirals mean? And last of all, what does this triangular symbol mean? The tunnel would lead me to another empty bookshelf, a giant one plastered onto one wall at the end. However, what caught my eye was the lonely book that was within the shelf. This book was similar to the one that we found earlier back at the cabin.
Judah's account isn't unique. I've documented 6 witnesses before him, different generations, different groups, different players. None of them knew one another, yet every account shared the same characteristics. They all described places that seemed impossible to explain. They all believed they were the first. They all believed they were alone. Most curious of all, every witness eventually documented similar structures. Whether this is truly the same place remains impossible to determine. I no longer believe the witness is seeing visions of the future. I believe they are seeing visions of something left behind, past visions of some kind.
According to the observer, the witnesses like Judah aren't receiving visions of the future. Though it was never specifically stated, the assumption was made based off of what Judah was describing within his journals. But according to this journal, the witnesses are receiving visions of the past, of things left behind. as we see a new tunnel appeared in front of us, completely random and out of nowhere. Okay, I know for a fact that this wasn't here. We literally passed by this not too long ago. Like, I don't get it. Why is it here? Why now? Another tunnel? Remember what I said about the symbols earlier. This was similar to the one at the mine shaft. And lo and behold, a tunnel appeared at the same location. Could this mean that this triangular shape has something to do with structures randomly appearing? I'd walk into the tunnel like I did before, and would traverse this long, dark corridor. At the end was a room, and this room held a puzzle with levers. I could have easily bypassed this by just mining the iron door. However, something caught my attention. Looking back down the tunnel, I noticed that the entrance we came from no longer existed. And as I went to investigate, the tunnel was blocked off. Something is going on. Whoever or whatever it is, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I would return back to the puzzle, and to stroke my ego, instead of breaking through the door, I decided that I would break through the door. Inside this room held a chest with another service log. This service log would be different. Not only would the name not contain a number, but the author is known as the Observer. And like stated earlier in one of Judah's journals, texts and signs were changing. I checked the other two service logs and I'd noticed that the redacted username is now the Observer. And to sum it all up, our ciphered book from earlier was now just a blank page. It's as if the text never existed.
At first, I believed the symbols marked important places. I no longer believe that. They appeared before understanding, never after. Whatever placed them there, I expected someone to eventually understand them.
By the time I finished reading Service Log X, I had more questions than answers. I noticed that every journal seemed to describe a different part of the same mystery. However, none of them actually explained it. So instead of treating each journal as its own story, I started looking at things that they all seemed to agree on. If I was ever going to understand what happened here, this would be the first course of action and the best place to start. I would need to find a way to jot down notes. However, when I went to make my way out, I found that the tunnel that we came from was now blocked off completely. Seeing that the tunnel was completely blocked off, I had no choice but to turn to the levers to see if there was anything that would open. And just like that, one of the levers would open a hidden passage. This was the only way for us to leave this room. This would lead me to a water elevator, and it would take me to the surface. The journals aren't meant to be read as complete stories. On their own, they explain very little. However, when together, certain things never seem to change, like recurring observations. Judah wasn't the first witness. Every account eventually mentions visions. The symbols always find their way into the journals. They are constants. I couldn't shake the feeling that I had overlooked something, so I decided to go back to where everything started. The mine shaft. At first, everything looked the same. That was until I realized the symbol was missing. It's gone. We saw a symbol over here. I didn't notice it before, but it was like the symbol we saw over inside that giant tunnel. It was like... This wasn't here before. Hidden inside a chest was another journal. One I was certain hadn't been there before. Though I would put the journal aside for now, I'd look back to see if the tunnel was there, and find that it was not. It completely disappeared. Right? It was like there was something over here. Something like this, or right? And the tunnel was right here. There's no way there's no tunnel here. And then the book. The journal by Forsaken 6.
Had the same dream last night. Every building stood exactly as I remembered. Lanterns burned despite no presence. Looking around, I couldn't find a single player or animal. Only the emptiness. Oddly, abandoned. Because of that, it felt like I was waiting. Silence felt intentional. Even the dream stayed with me. Right now, everything looked normal again. Very little suggested anything had ever changed. Every time I think about telling someone, I stop myself. Right now, I'd rather keep this to myself.
It wasn't just the journal that bothered me. It was what it implied. I've been treating every location like it only had one purpose. But if this place had changed once already, there was no reason to assume the rest of the settlement hadn't changed too. So before going any further, I decided to revisit the buildings I had already searched. Let's go ahead and check the foodborne. The last was the first place I checked. Right? Like, nothing changed. All these are empty. Absolutely nothing changed. Okay. Never mind. And just like the mine shaft, things did change. I checked every chest in this room and found nothing in them. But now, this. Another journal by Forsaken 6 and a compass named Far Beyond East.
I thought another journal would finally explain everything. It never did. Instead, I started finding the same ideas repeated by different people. Different words, the same patterns. The truth isn't hidden inside any one journal. It's hidden in the places where they agree. Someone will eventually continue where I stopped.
What does that even mean? It's like, it's just like time and time again, we're getting the same stuff, like service log. At first, I believe the symbols marked important places, right? And I'm pretty sure one of Judah's journals talks about it. The tunnel appeared, symbols and signs, like these two go together. Are we talking about the same thing? Like I jotted down recently within our journal, I thought the journals that we found were individual stories. More or less together, a pattern emerged. The multiple witnesses, accounts of visions, and symbols. Every conclusion was supported somewhere else. They all continue the same investigation, and finding Forsaken's journals just confirms these views and assumptions. This service log goes with, we'll call it service log. Service log X goes with journal 1. Judah's book goes with service log 2. And service log 1 goes with Forsaken's first journal. Like, I could be going at this all wrong, but this is just... That's just the way I see it. Like, who is Forsaken to us, though? That's like my question now. Is he an observer? Is he like me? Is he investigating, or is he a witness? With that in mind, and that being said, I decided to go far beyond east. I'd follow the compass to where it would lead. This compass tracked straight to a lodestone, and this lodestone would be located in some type of abandoned lighthouse. And at the docks, I would find one more journal from Forsaken.
I don't think I ever found the truth. I only found the people who came before me. I found my first notes today. I barely recognized the handwriting. Back then, I kept writing about the tunnel, the symbols, the disappearances. Now all I write about are the journals. I don't remember when that changed. I can't remember why I came here in the first place.
And by the time I reached the top of this lighthouse, there was nothing left to investigate. I didn't find any more clues. I assumed every location has been searched. Every journal has been collected. The answer I was looking for wasn't hidden somewhere else. Judah, the Observer, Forsaken, me. None of them were complete on their own, but together, they described something no one could have documented by themselves. I convinced myself that I was investigating something with a straight shot at an answer. I come to find that I was really investigating someone else's. Every investigator, every witness, every observer, they all arrive at the same place, despite where they started. Witnesses have visions of past things left behind by the observers. Investigators find the journals and remnants of those events. Then the cycle repeats. I never stopped to consider when mine had begun. Imagine loading into a new world, ready to traverse the landscape and possibly even the mods added to your game. However, you can't shake this feeling that you're being watched. This thing knows you, and you can't figure it out. It likes to toy with you in-game, while placing around signs listed with detailed things about your surroundings. You can't figure out how this creature functions, or how it is watching you. However, it has already invaded your computer in the most unexpected way imaginable. If you're new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe. We're so close to 20K, and I'd like to reach that before the end of the summer. Now, onto the video. What's up? Welcome back. Hello, brothers. Welcome back to another video. We got a new mod. Watching me. Really watching me. I didn't look much into the mod. I know it's a pretty cool mod though. It's pretty intense. Not really. I got a new mod and I'm really excited to take a look at it. I have no idea what this mod's gonna do. And yeah. And no, the worst part about it is it's more of a stalkish mod. And I don't like stalkish mods. Unless it's like the stalker or like the knocker. I hate the knocker. The knocker, if you guys were here for our last like 2 streams, oh my gosh, dude, the knocker was freaking he was all over me, dude. Like absolutely like famished, brother. It was terrifying. He just did not want to leave me alone. And then we were just getting jumped by horror mods. So yeah, there's that. If you guys want to check out streams, I'll be streaming again Friday and Monday. So yeah, but new mod. I hope you guys enjoy this one. This one's gonna be pretty terrifying. I'm actually kind of scared to do this one. This one's a analog horror kind of ish. I don't know how to say it. It's based off analog horror, so I'm kind of scared. I'm a wee little lad right now. A wee little lad. I don't know how this is gonna go. So we're gonna get tools. I also saw, I'm assuming is a village. At a village? No, it's a little hut, and there's a tower. Ooh, is a tower. Rather than we have a tower. There's a tower that we can check out. So let's get the same old, same old. We gotta get ourselves a house. We gotta get ourselves some gear, and we gotta get ourselves some food. Inferior bird. Damn bird. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Give me your meat, boy. I want your meat. Damn birds. We're gonna get some food. We're gonna go check out those structures. We're gonna build here, actually. Spawn isn't that bad of a place to build, in my opinion. It's not bad. It's pretty open. You know what? We can defend ourselves a bit easier. And I'm pretty sure it's not as concerning to build here than in an area where it's like rash. Like, look at that. Actually, we got a whole ecosystem going on over here. What the what? That chicken looked weird. Hold on. I'm not the only one that saw that, right? That chicken looked weird as hell. What is going on here? Okay, he's getting chased by a... What is this spawn? What is this spawn? What the hell is this spawn? Is there an illager? There's an illager outpost over here. Okay, that's nice. That's not good. Where's the iron golem? I need to free the iron golem. We have an issue now. Now we need to actually do something. Let's check out the tower. Check out the tower before we do anything. I need to get gear now, most definitely. So this mod likes to watch you, like really watch you, and I don't like that. It's like, I don't like the mods that just watch you, that make you feel like you're not alone. I hate those mods. Those mods are very, I don't know how to describe it. I hate them. They're not my kind of, well, they are. It's more psychological. They just make me second guess things, and it just like, it kind of just, oh, there's a raid going on. Oh boy. Like, it just gets me second guessing things, and I don't want to second guess stuff. Like, I don't like second guessing myself a lot, and it's like, it gets, ooh, trusty shovel. It gets very worrisome when that happens. This is a little small establishment you have going on here, sir. Do you have anything I can trade you with? Potatoes for some emerald. Your nose just moved? His nose just boing. His nose just boing in front of me, dude. We got ourselves a small little establishment, and I got myself some potatoes and emeralds. I just killed your child, and I traded your own food for your own emeralds. How do you feel? How do you feel about that, sir? You don't know? Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. There you go. Now this is my establishment. We got ourselves a house, albeit very fucked up way of getting a house. We got ourselves a house, brother. Look at that. We got ourselves a house. A nice, comfy abode. Didn't have to do anything other than kill 2 villagers. Ended an entire bloodline. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I didn't do anything. It was their fault. Okay, they shouldn't have been here. They shouldn't have been here. It's not my fault. In all fairness, they shouldn't have been here. Okay, they know that there's more mods here. I don't know why they're like over here. Ooh, we can make a animal farm there. Okay, nice. We just casually stole the residence of, yeah, I don't know why I did that. Call me a monster. I'm not a villain. I'm a villain, not a monster, headass. But yeah, we have a house. Literally just stole someone's house. No, I want to build, what the hell is, oh, that's the villager. You know what? Your heritage, wait, actually, you don't have that much, you don't have that, yeah. I just killed a lot of things in front of you guys. Don't worry about it though. We're all good. I want to go mining. We're going to start off this strong by getting iron gear first. I want to be prepared for this thing, because this thing apparently likes to stalk the living crap out of me. I don't like that. I'm very paranoid. I don't have coal. I didn't think that through in the first place. Oh wait, there's coal right there. I don't think I have vein miner in the mod pack, guys, so we're gonna have to mine this very slowly, and then we'll actually build ourselves a house. We'll just have that as like a little storage shed, you know, of the dead. We definitely didn't just kill people for a storage shed. Yeah, what I know about this mod though is it's very, I wouldn't say aggressive, but it can be aggressive. It can chase you. So I don't know if it spawns in the caves. As usual, we'll have to find out, and as usual, you guys got to tell me if it spawns in or not. It has some creepy noises though, I know that, so you guys gotta help me out. You gotta help me out a lot, okay? I'm pretty damn scared. I honestly just jumped into this with this mod, and I have no idea what I'm doing, okay? For all I care, this man can start digging in me. Who knows? He could literally just be like Max and just start chasing me down like a freak. Who knows? Certified freak. All right, this mod could be a freakazoid. Who knows? We wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. I wouldn't know until we find out today. Find out what this mod's about. I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like how dark this is. Got some iron. Thank you, brother. Dude, this is creepy. Ouch. Dude, I don't like this. I don't like these shaders. This is creepy. I can't see anything. Oh, hi. Hi, zombie. Back up, please. Back up. Back up. Thank you. Okay. Low key. Oh, fucking creeper. Oh, Oh, it blew up my blew up my iron. Blew up one of my iron pieces. If you guys remember back to the broken script, how I always talk about how I hate like the nostalgic darkness, the Minecraft darkness, or like this. Like, look at that. I still stand by it. I hate it. I can't play with it as much, or like it's so hard to play with because look, there could be something standing right there and and I wouldn't know. You wouldn't even know. Like, look at that. I could be mining this block and you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if there's anything there, dude. I'm so paranoid right now. I'm gonna be yapping. I'm actually gonna be just yapping, like literally yapping, just the most random shit ever, or most random stuff. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna be the most random things you'll ever hear or known to man, be known to man. Like, literally just yap godding for no absolute reason. I want to make torches because I do not want. I want to shake this feeling of being watched. I really do. Like, I genuinely want to shake this feeling of being watched. We are getting iron though. That's good. That's good. I'm at least I'm getting iron in peace. At least I'm getting iron in peace. Oh, Squid died here. Squid Game. By the way, what did you guys think of Squid Game season 3? I've heard about it. I haven't watched it. I've seen a lot of clips on it. Me personally, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. Squid Game. Fish. Say the most random things in the. My iron. I hate lava. I hate lava. The passion. My iron. Really? I just wanted iron, and the lava took it from. Look, we could have had full iron right now, but instead I'm missing one iron piece, all because this stupid oh my gosh, more iron. Thank you. Never mind. I take back what I said. I love you, Mojang. I love you, Minecraft. I'm sorry. Can you give me diamonds, please? Can you treat me like a good little duck and give me some diamonds, please? Could you please? Oh my. I was like, what is that? Just that. You got nothing to worry about, Squanky. You're fine. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You are absolutely poodle petite fine. Completely fine. You're gooch. Fine. A pickaxe, bro. Shite. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna smelt some of this. I'm gonna smelt this iron down because I want to make myself some iron gear. I'm gonna light up this place a little bit just so I can actually kind of see in the vicinity. Because last thing I want is any creepy crawlies coming through these caves, and then next thing you know, I'm somebody's dinner for Thanksgiving. So. These shaders are cool though. Let me know what y'all think of the shaders. Like, I'm gatekeeping these shaders though. Y'all not getting it. The answer you're getting is Squanky. What are the shaders you're using? And I'm gonna say complimentary. I'm gonna say complimentary. I'm just letting you know that now in advance because I primarily use complimentary in general, so it doesn't even really matter. So yeah. I guess I don't know, dude. Let's just go wait for the iron. Oh, there's more iron up there too. Anything up here? Oh, this is where the iron is. Torch there. And now we wait. Actually, you know what? Let's just make some tools. Let me go ahead and make myself iron axe. Let's go throw these away. I need to start cooking the food too. Like, willy. Actually, hold on. Before I forget, let me get the rest of this iron. Thank you, brother. Get the rest of the iron. Let's go throw our stuff away that we do not need. Gray sheets, blue pillows. What does that even mean? Who gray sheets, blue pillows? What is that? Like a bed? What are you talking about? My bed at the house? It's white pillows, red sheets. Get it right. What does that even mean? Gray sheets, blue pillows. Dude, I don't even know, dude. What the hell? What the hell does that even mean, dude? We're getting our stuff. No, thank you, sir. Don't know why the hell. I don't even know how the hell that's there. I don't know why it's there. Like, what the hell, man? You know what? We might as well just wait for the armor at this point. But I want to get out of this cave. I don't feel safe. Do I even remember my way back? Or do I want to? You know what? Let's just continue while we wait for that smell. I don't like this, dude. Dude, like the hairs, my spine is tingling. My hairs are on the back of my neck are standing up. That's not cool, man. Just place a sign speaking random BS like gray sheets, blue pillows. What does that mean? Gray sheets, blue pillows. Like, what the hell? Like, what does that even mean, dude? What Yep. As if I never knew I was alone anyways. I know I wasn't alone. I mean, you placed a literal freaking sign there, man. Like, come on, dude. Do better. I'm going back. We're going back. I don't want to deal with this. We're getting the coal. We're getting as much coal as we can. We're heading back. We got ourselves full iron. That's all that really matters in the grand scheme of things. That's all that really matters. We got ourselves full iron. If we want diamonds, we can get diamonds later. We could. But I want to get some iron so we can actually start building a house. I want to build a nice house. Let's build, you know what? Let's try to top the houses that we've built before. Like, we built so many houses. What is the best house that we have built? It's the one from Broken Script. And that's the one that we never finished because that was when my computer literally started dying and it had no space, and I decided to make a new computer. So I got a new computer. So I'm not leaving, apparently. I swear I should have left, dude. I'm looking for iron. There's lava down there. You know what? I'm scared. Oh, it's torch. Oh my gosh. That's a creeper. Reaper, Minecraft and Reaper. Nah. I don't even know the songs. All I know. What is even over? Dude, look how big that cave is. Okay, that definitely leads to diamonds. So if we get some diamonds, that'd actually be crazy. I kind of don't want that though. I kind of do want to just go home. If we get redstone, we can also just like go exploring, and then we'll also have a place to go home because like we basically just we're at spawn. Spawn's like the perfect. We have a perfect spawn again. We have perfect spawn. Like last video, we also got perfect spawn with Voidbound, and that was actually pretty cool. I was actually happy about that. I was kind of stoked. This fucking creeper needs to leave me alone. Leave me alone, man. Come on. You're more of a horror mod than any of these horror mods to date. Like, at this point, you deserve a dedicated video about yourself. Like, look at you. Minecraft's true horror mod, the creeper. Back up. Ouch. Like, holy hell. Iron, dude. Okay, that goes deeper, but I also saw lava over here. Who cares about that? Creeper. Dude, you can't see. There's absolutely nothing. Creeper. Holy shite. Skeleton. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we gotta go. Oh my gosh. We're about to die. I need food. We need to make food. We need to absolutely make food. Holy crap, dude. I almost died. Jeez, I'm leaving this here. Actually, you know what? We're taking this as a sign of strength. A symbolicism of strength, brothers. Now we just gotta wait for this to like actually load now. Or load thing. I'm so excited today, by the way. I'm not gonna like elaborate any further. Oh. Hi, creeper. Leave me alone, creeper. Thank you. It's just wobbling left and right. Okay. I don't want to deal with you. You can absolutely screw off. I can't even tell if it's cooking. I do want to mess with you. Come here. Ouch. Okay, let's just take a look around. Which we literally can't because there's absolutely nothing to look around for. Creeper? Holy crap, dude. These guys are so dangerous. I don't want to be down here anymore, dude. Like, that's a skeleton with an enchanted bow. I don't want to be down here. I think we should leave. Like, look at that. There's another creeper. Dog. Leave me alone. You're not funny. You're not him. You're not him. You need to leave me alone. We're getting a lot of iron. I'm actually surprised because this is the, like, okay, I'm gonna be real. Like, this is, I normally build the house first, okay? And we didn't build the house first. So we were getting a lot of iron, which is nice. Ooh, if I get more arrows, we can take on these skeletons like pretty easily. Let's try to lighten this place up a little bit. If we can get our... That's a child zombie. Baby zombie. Okay. Come on. Yeah, you're not so... No. Creeper, dude. These creepers, bro. I'm telling you, they're more of a horror mod than anything else. Like, those who were in, like, if you guys were in the live streams, you guys know exactly like what we're talking about. They're everywhere. There are more. They show up and scare me more than any of the horror mods that were put in the mod pack at the time. Oh my gosh, you son of a... Excuse my language. I need to stop cussing. When I get really paranoid and scared, I cuss a lot. I'm just trying to light this place up too. I want to go down there. I guarantee you there's diamonds down there. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Getting in on nerd. Okay, there's still coal here, which is good. I'm just gonna mine all this coal. We're gonna get all this coal because we're gonna need to make more torches. I'm running out of sticks though. That's not good. We might have to go back up and we might have to go back up. I think we should. Wait, we're stacked on iron for days. Like, we don't have to worry about iron. Getting out of here is gonna be a pain. Oh my gosh. Sir, you can't be getting the jump on me like that. It's not nice. You could put elderly in the not elderly. You could be putting people in the hospital off of heart attacks. That's not nice. You know, hospital bills are not expensive. I mean, my terminology is all backwards. They're not cheap. Hospital bills are not cheap. Did we get the gold? That's the real question. Okay. Now, who cares about that? The real question is, in actuality, where the hell did we come from? Creepers, dude. I gotta change my shaders to figure out where we came from. Over there. It's like a little bridge. Or so I thought. Now it's a little bridge. Oh my gosh. Why can't they just leave me alone? This leads up. We're gonna go up, and then we're just gonna mine our way out of here. We'll go mining another day for diamonds. This is just abysmal. I can't see anything. Oh, is that outside? Don't tell me it's like this outside too. If it's like this outside, I'm actually gonna cry. Okay, thank God there's some light outside. Oh, there's also a skeleton outside. Oh my gosh, we're about to die. Oh my, dude, it's just becoming dark. Okay. Whoa! Ah, no. Yeah, we're just gonna go to the house. We're just gonna go to the house. We're just going to the house. I don't want to deal with this any more than I need to. Going to the house. Hi, bye. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please. There are so many of them. I can't see anything. I'm gonna start placing torches down. I have no more torches. I'm so glad I took this house. I'm so glad I took this house. Oh my gosh, that was so stressful. Oh my gosh. You know, I get to do this too. I get to enjoy a little snack by the campfire. I get to empty out our inventory into here. Look at the loot hole that we came back with. Look at all that. Look at all that. We got so much stuff coming back. And I get to smell all this iron. Look at that. Look at how much iron we have. Holy hell. The amount of iron we receive is absolutely impeccable. But I need to get... Hello? I'm hearing things, dude. I'm hearing things. I don't like that. I don't like that I'm hearing things. I don't like that. I did not like last night, though. I really didn't. Like, last night was absolutely bonkers, bro. Complete pitch blackness. Absolute darkness. Like, and the creeper's still there, dude. They're literally the creepers just haunting me, bro. I don't know. What we're gonna do right now, though, we're gonna get started on another house. I don't want to be here because this is... I literally off... Yeah, we ended a bloodline in here. We have a bunch of iron. I need to go ahead and make another pickaxe because that pickaxe is about to break. I'm gonna make another axe just to be sure we have more. And we also are making we're gonna get wood because we need to make torches because I'm lighting the fuck up out of this place. So we're gonna go get wood and we're going to start building the house. Now I'm very, very concerned about what's the... Another sign? What is it on about? Dark hair, brown eyes. What does that mean? What kind of bro, what does that even mean? What the hell does that mean? Dark hair, brown eyes. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Where are you? Just show yourself. At this point, show yourself. You're not helping. My gosh. What is it describing itself? What are you describing, Steve? Or does Steve have blue eyes? I don't even remember. Dark hair, brown eyes. Creep. Leave that for you, freaking loser. Gosh, dude. Absolute creepazoid. Holy creep, man. Okay, we're gonna just chop down some of the stuff here. I am going to build a house relatively close to the village, or to the quote-unquote village. And then on top of that, Let's just get this place done and dusted with, because there should be an iron golem here and I want it free. Where's the iron golem? Where's the iron golem? Where's the iron golem? Where is he? I know y'all heard that. Is there... What the hell happened to the structure? Yeah, I don't think I should have came here. I don't think I should have came here. I don't think I should have came here. Ouch. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. I should have brought a shield. I should have brought a shield. What's down here? Yeah, like what the hell? Sweeping edge. Oh, we got carrots. Okay, I'll take that. Ponder, goat horn. I don't think I like that. I'm leaving everything else. What is... Okay, structure. Yippee, I guess. I don't know, dude. This is just really creeping me out, man. There's the iron golem. Iron golem, help me. 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 Help me. Help me, iron golem. You know what? I'm gonna make iron golems when we go home. You guys are fucked. That's what we're doing. I'm taking these pumpkins and I'm making like 2 iron golems at home, and they're gonna protect me, and then I'm gonna repair them. We're gonna be best friends. What is this? Is this an executioner's stand? It is. There's like absolutely nothing in here. Give me these though. We can use these for storage. Not that though. Gallows, and it's raining. Get away from me. Diamonds? What the Hello? Hello? They just gave... I don't even... I'm lost for words. I'm absolutely lost for words. Okay. Now that we got this settled, let's start placing torches down around the house. I'm gonna place them in succession from here to the tower as well. There's like so many structures all around the place too. We need to just make sure that this place, whatever pack I have in here that's turning this stuff into this, is absolutely a bomb of like horrible. I don't like it. But we're gonna do this to the tower. Damn, that iron golem is fucking everybody up. And we're good. That should be it. We just do more stuff around there and we can get some trees from the forest. I think we're good. I think we're good. Place some torches around. Dude, I don't like how dark it's gonna get though. We need to start like doing so. Maybe we should start making lanterns. There's like a bunch of places around here with lanterns too. On top of that, we should also start getting the hay bales. This is just free food. Wool, I don't need wool. We got diamonds. I'm surprised that that structure has diamonds. I've played with that structure so many times. A lot of you guys know that. Cobweb entanglement. Huh? Okay. It's weird, I guess. I've never seen that structure spawn with diamonds in it before. So... it's kind of weird. What is this? Bread. A lot of bread, thank you. There are some things I do not want, so we're just gonna leave it. Oh, this is what it's talking about. This. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and just start getting all the trees that we need. I'm gonna throw out some things that we don't need. We will need that. I will not need the sign. I will not need the sea pickles. It's actually called sea pickles. That's funny. We will need everything else though. This thing has not shown itself at all, which is absolutely insane. Mind-boggling. It's scared of me, but it is watching. I don't know where it is. It's placing down signs and all that, but it's like it doesn't want to show itself. That's a very, like, I hate to say, but you're just being a bitch. Show yourself. Come on, you're the horror mod. You're supposed to scare me. Anything, I feel like you're scared of me. Horror mod's being an absolute bitch right now. It doesn't want to look at me or something. It's scared of the humanoid duck. What the hell is that? It's the alley. I'm just lighting up the forest so that I can come back here and not get absolutely mauled by skeletons and other mobs like creepers. Because that is the last thing I want to do is get mauled by creepers. That is the last thing I want to do is get mauled by creepers. So, hello? What the hell? I don't have B-fall in here. Well, okay, it's a lie. But I know y'all heard that noise. My axe broke. Time to head back. Oh! I did not see this ravine, dude. I'm hearing weird noises, man. Like, really weird noises. I should place some torches down here, too. Just to fill in the gaps. Just so that it's not, like, dark, if you know what I mean. Dude, this is just so bad. This thing does not want to show itself at all. It's like absolutely terrified of me. Where the hell even is it? We got extra iron. We got a lot of iron. I'm not even joking. We have a lot of iron. I can't help but smoke it. Maybe I should make a diamond axe instead of a pickaxe. I'll do that. Actually, no. Diamond axes are expendable. I'll make a diamond pickaxe. We'll make an actual iron axe. I'm gonna go back out there. I am, however, going to smelt this instead of actually cooking or like doing anything with it. We are going to make charcoal so I can make more torches. We're lighting them. We are paranoid today, dude. Absolutely paranoid. Absolutely paranoid. You know what? You know what? We're lighting up this ravine right now. There. Now it's lit up. Now we can't fall down it. Like I don't like the noises I'm hearing. You go, man. You go. Go you, dude. Go you. Place down some of these. Just remember, you always gotta replace what you take. That cow. Absolutely. I got taken off guard by the cow. I thought that was something else, dude. I was about to scream. My lungs were ready to shriek, dude. Holy hell. You cannot tell me that, dude, the weather is so loud. I am so sorry. Oh my. I hope that's a bit better. Let's turn down the weather. I'm turning this into an absolute, just a straight birch forest. Hi, Piggy. I don't trust you still. Ouch! 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 I'm being chased. I'm being chased. I'm being chased and shot at. That's not nice. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. Being attacked. Dude, okay, like, I got torches all over this place. We should be perfectly fine, right? Perfectly fine. That's what I would say. That's what I would be thinking. We'll be perfectly fine. We got torches everywhere. But no, I'm still being attacked by skeletons because they'd be walking into my territory. Hello? Hello? Okay, so you're gonna place signs down, random signs. You're gonna play random noises, but then you're gonna play creepy music. Oh my gosh, we haven't even started on the house yet, and I'm going through all of this. Hell no, dude. I did not sign up for this. Just look at this, dude. Endless abyss. Whoa, dude, that Enderman is absolutely getting his stuff rocked. I don't like this, man. Okay. We still need wood. Because we have wood smelting for torches still. We're going to get more wood. We're going to start building this little house. I'm going to build a nice little tower. Nothing big, nothing small. Just a nice wooden tower. Some cobblestone accents. Nothing more, nothing less. What could go wrong, right? What could go wrong? Hearing noises, dude. It doesn't want to show itself. What is over there? Oh, okay. Actually, I'll take the charcoal from this, though. Okay, it seems like we have enough. We have enough. Now I just need cobblestone. And we're gooched. We're good. We're good. We're fine. I can place back whatever. I honestly just want to build. Honestly, we can just build here. I would not mind building here. Clear some more of these trees out of the way, and then let's just start building. Nighttime is almost over. Oh, nighttime is over. And look at that. The sun comes up. Okay, let's get started on this. I want a nice actual house. So 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place 1, 2, 3. Place. That's not good. What? It was just daytime, man. It was just daytime, man. What the hell, dude? What the hell, man? What the whoa, hey, there you are, buddy. Whoa. What the hell? What the hell? Nope. Hell no. No. What the hell, man? No. Just no. What the like? Something's not right, dude. Something's not right. There isn't something right. Something is hella off, dude. I don't like this mod. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Screw the tower. We're not building a tower. We're gonna build a nice house. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know why it did that. I don't know how the hell. It made it's nighttime. Like what? Like, oh my gosh. I don't like this, dude. This is, oh my gosh, bro. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Absolute passion. Okay. Let's start getting this ready. I need to get myself some cobblestone. So, what better way than to go mining? Yippee. That's a skeleton. Could you leave me alone? Can you stop harassing me, please? It's a creeper! Oh my gosh! Dude, these guys are out to get me. Oh my gosh. If I die here, I'm gonna be absolutely pissed. I've come this far. I am not dying here. I will say this, though. I am absolutely terrified. Now it showed itself. Emma, you're like all the signs. I don't even know what the signs are for. Like, what was the whole point of the signs? You trying to like power trip me or something? What you trying to do, man? What you trying to do, dude? Like, come on. Like, I'm just trying to play Minecraft, and you're doing some stuff, dude. Like, it's starting to become day. It should have been day, but instead, did it reset my day counter? What day is it? I don't even know. I can't see it. It did reset my day counter. Wow. Old habits die hard, I guess? Question mark. I need cobblestone and you know, cobblestone and andesite. We'll take both. So we'll throw some of this stuff out. I don't want the bird poop. Get the bird poop out of my inventory. That was not a pleasant experience, I'll tell you that much. And nearly falling into here wasn't a pleasant experience either. There's a lot of spiders down here. There's a lot of iron down there too. Well, at least I'm gonna assume there's a lot of iron down there. But I did not like that. Goes the entire time without showing himself, and then decides to show himself. Like, really, dude? You want to play it like that? Man, these horror mods nowadays, man, they really be getting invasive like that. I just heard footsteps. That weren't mine. Those were not mine. I know for a fact they were not mine. Those were not my footsteps. Okay. Now I would just like some cobblestone. Just a nice, chill, little comfy, humble abode. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing too chaotic, nothing too thing. We'll even upgrade it later. Here's how we do this. Here's how we do this. I want this to be the entrance area. Necessarily, I'm not gonna have it like this, where it's just like the andesite only, of course. So we'll leave this top out. I did not voice crack. Fight me. I will center this dead smack middle. There's our entrances. Make some chests. We'll have storage room over here. So I'm going to set this up kind of like this, and we'll just dump all the stuff that we don't really need right now in there. Take the blocks we do need. Select the ones we threw out, and then start building. This is going to be a bonita house. All right, this is going to be probably one of the nicer houses we ever build. Challenging myself is something I like to do when it comes to building. You guys know that. So, not saying that this isn't going to be challenging, but I do wing a lot of my building. So when you see me build, I'm just going off the top of my head of what looks nice, what's the simplest, and what could just like, oh, what works. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, and this seems to work. This might be the more sought out, like, or thought out house that we make. Boom. That looks beautiful. We're gonna turn the rest of these into chests with the storage room, and we're gonna go get more trees. We're gonna build the roof. We're going to build the roof out of... Oh no, it's becoming nighttime. We gotta get trees now. Like, real quickly. I don't have a bone. You're so lucky I don't tame you now. Oh my gosh. He's so lucky I don't tame him now. What? Another dude. Wait. No. Brown curtains, brown. Sure, dude. Yo, no. I just got fucking chills up my spine, dude. That absolutely explains a lot of things, dude. Like the brown, the dark. I have dark eyes. Okay, the dark eyes, dark hair, dark eyes. Right, whatever. That sign from earlier. Like, dude, come on, really? It was watching me through my. I'm gonna plug my camera, dude. I'm gonna plug. I'm gonna. Really, my camera? It watched me through my camera. I have brown curtains, okay? I have brown curtains around my room. I have gray sheets on my bed, and I have blue plush pillows on my bed as well. That is dude. I'm throwing this camera away, dude. I'm throwing this camera away. Nope. I'm not dealing with that. No. It's mod, dude. Hell no. Hell no, dude. I thought it was like, oh my gosh, dude. I didn't expect it to watch me through my camera. Oh my goodness. It was watching me through my camera and everything. Like, dude, what the fuck? I called it a creep too. I wouldn't be surprised if it changed the sign or anything. Like, I called it like... That's very concerned. That's really reassuring. Very reassuring. That's, very reassuring. Just, dude, oh my... It was watching me through my camera, dude? Fuck no, bro. Like, why? Why do you gotta be such a creep? That is so invasive, bro. That's worse than broken script. Just watch me through my camera. Fucking really, dude? Really, man? Just watching me through my camera like that? What if I was like getting freaky in it, bro? Like, I just had you on there, like, dude. Okay, we got this done. At least there's that. We got this done. I'm just, I don't know. We're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish this up. I'm gonna get some sand. We're gonna finish up the house, and I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go take a break. Can't believe, like, that's actually creepy, bro. My skin is crawling. My skin is crawling. My skin is absolutely crawling right now. Oh, you son of a... Nope. Nope. Fuck you. Piece of shit. Come here. Nope. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'll put my camera back on. I'm sorry. Don't kill me, please. Of course, right when I threatened, like, not even threatened, right when I said I'm going to end the video after building the house, it's like, no, you don't get to. Like, I know where you live. You can't just end the video. You gotta like and subscribe. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that type of person to... I don't know. Access my camera. My privacy has been broken. That's not good. I should have checked the mod beforehand. I only blame myself. I didn't check the mod beforehand. I can't blame anyone. Don't blame anyone. Blame me. My fault. Still, it's a good mod. It's a good mod though. It did its job. It creeped me out. It did its job. Now all we gotta do is just finish the house, and we Gucci. And as you can see, we're almost done with the house. So we almost Gucci. You know what? I want to do the roof differently. I want to do this house differently. We're not going to do a roof. We're going to do a different kind of roof. Some may call it ugly. I'm going to call it unique. Why? because it's unique, and I say so. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. I am not. No, shut up. I'm not referencing old pop rock songs. Shut up. No. You have no proof. No proof. No proof. No proof. No proof. Nope. That's all I gotta say. Nope. A lot of wood. I think that's good. I think that's good. It's not ugly. It's not ugly. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. And then we get to do this with the corner of the house. Voila! Look at that. Our nice humble abode. Look how beautiful it looks. It's so freaking bonita. Who gives a crap about the mod? That mod can kiss my furry little feathers. You know what I care about? Making my house look nice and snazzy. We're gonna make it look nice and snazzy. I'm giving myself a sunroof. I'm giving myself a sunroof. Watch. I'm making this look like the Clash of Clans observatory. Boom. Boom. Ain't nobody can say it looks bad. Because if you do, I'm banning you. It's that simple. Now I need to get more glass. Did I run out of coal over there? Is that why it's like should be finished, honestly? Did I run out of coal? I don't even know. I haven't seen the iron golem. I think the iron golem over here is dead. Dude, look how many mobs just over there. We're finishing this house and it's just abrupt ending of the video, dude. Just done. I don't want this done. I'm done here. Boom. Oh my gosh. Look at how beautiful the house is. Look at this. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful.
Hey, so I've had some questionable things happen in this world I used to own with my brother. Mind you, he passed away recently. Could you possibly go through the videos I have unlisted? I can't figure out the issue and I don't know why they are the way they are. Here's a playlist containing the videos. Let me know if there are any issues.
I never thought I'd ever get caught up in a story hidden behind the horrors of mental illness, sorrow, and grief that spirals into a twisted, deranged fantasy of self-hate and a moral hatred for the supposed loved ones of those who simply passed on. It started off with a Minecraft video from someone named Zeno, who had a weird experience on a world he used to play with his older brother Isaias. The first video, titled "I Miss You Too, Isaias," starts with our main protagonist, Marcus, who goes on to explain his reasonings to making this video in the first place, stating it's kind of a way to cope with the passing of his brother and the bullying he receives at school, even going on to say that his brother was the one who normally helped him with the bullying.
He used to play on the older versions of Minecraft, so a few years ago, we made this world with mods to kind of replicate that old Minecraft feel. He helped build this house with me. It's not an exact replica, but it's a pretty close replica to our childhood house. It even has working lights.
As we move on, Marcus gives us a quick and easy house tour, and seeing from how long it takes him to get through the first portion of the house, this world held some kind of sentimental value to our protagonist.
Oh gosh, I forgot how much he used to play.
He explains who would have each room: his parents' room, his brother, and his. And upon checking the storage room chests, he would come across a chest with a book in it. Though he had to double back to the chest, he realizes quickly that this book was signed by a user named Isaias. It was his brother's. The name of the book is what stands out to me. First Letter. Could this be hinting towards anything of significance? I don't know. However, Marcus expresses his concerns about people logging onto the world. As mentioned in the messages before, it was a world that he and his brother owned, which means no one but them had access to that world, unless it was an invite sent out by them.
After he passed, I took sole ownership of most of his belongings, including his computer. No one has his logins but me. So to have access to this world, you need to be invited by me or him.
He even had his brother's possessions, his PC and account logins, meaning only he had access to that world. And then there was the book. I know the days to come will be hard with my absence. Memories will come to pass and our journey will come to an end. I will be gone, but not gone from your heart. Savor the memories we made together, Marcus. Support our mom in whatever way you can. You are a bright young man. Our time is nothing but short and limited. Unfortunately, my time has come. I love you, Marcus, your big brother, Isaiah. I miss you too. A sweet response to a book reassuring Marcus to stay strong, cherish his brother's memories, and help those who are also suffering like his mother. But pick this up with me. This is where we learn how relatable our protagonist is. His I miss you message wasn't just from the emotions or sentimental feelings he got from reading the book, but from correlation between the name of the book, first letter, and the capitalizations of each line on each page. We get one message from Isaiah: I miss you. Sweet but subtly creepy in my opinion. This message initially left behind gives Marcus hope to push on, but the deeper meaning and hidden message just leaves a stain of grief and sorrow on my tongue. I can't believe anything good will lead from this, but I will say it's a little bittersweet. And then as Marcus finishes his house tour, he does notice a chest next to a tree in the distance.
That chest shouldn't be there.
Marcus quickly, with no hesitation, makes his way over to that chest, going into it and finding a book called Healing Wound. If you're reading this, I'm sorry I couldn't be there to continue supporting you in your darkest times. I know you're wondering why these books are showing up around the world. I had them planted right before everything went down. I don't want you going down a dark path like me. Mental health is a struggle and you know it is too. You're a mentally resilient kid. I've never seen you break down no matter the stress from school or the other kids that give you shit. Marcus, I know you'll be wondering why I did what I did, and I know you want answers from me or anyone in the family. If they haven't told you, you'll find out somehow in some way. No, I will always love you, and though this is a dark time for you, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to be willing to walk in the dark to find the end. A book explaining the first letter and the book found in this chest, confirming Marcus's assumptions that Isaiah indeed pre-planned the books for Marcus to find. Marcus would then go on to end the video by going to show off the rest of the buildings, primarily the dock that he built inspired by other infrastructure around his household, and the villager trading hall that he and his brother built for his world. However, I have to put a halt here before the end of this segment, as one very important thing happens that Marcus never caught up on, and that was the black figure seemingly watching him from the top of the lighthouse the entire time he was outside after noticing the chest next to the tree. In each instance, the figure is doing something different, whether that's in a different position or flat out disappearing from sight. This world is a world accessed by other players. For someone to be on the world isn't too far-fetched. Getting the IP address by chance or having the IP or world invite leaked isn't a 0% possibility. However, for the user to not have a name that's visible, especially when this close to Marcus, sparks some reasonable question. Who is this?
Hello again. It's been a while since the last time I recorded, but there's been some really weird things going on. I tried to play alone on the world, but things just kept happening. I'm going to show you what I mean, as it kind of freaked me out. As of right now, this is the first time I'm on in like a week. Remember, no one can get on this world without an invite.
It's been about a week since Marcus has tried to play alone on this world. The start to the second video, Alone, has Marcus concerned about unusual activity in his world. He even goes on to try and hide the fact that a player is in the world with him. However, the unusual activity that he's referring to was door changes on the main house that he and his brother built, from oak doors to spruce doors and torches to redstone torches. However, as he does a full house sweep and storage room check, he double backs to check his parents' room. Call it superstition, but from what I could tell, Marcus felt that something was still off. He would go a step forward to check the chests within the room and find a book titled End. The book read in a way only you could understand. Why does Marcus only know or understand what this means? Is it something that is on the nose for us, or is it really just that he can only understand? And the rest of the chests in all the other rooms held papers with one paper in the same slot named End. I couldn't think about what this was about, let alone what kind of cipher or puzzle this was hinting at. However, Marcus quickly picked up the pieces, and seeing how fast he solved it and how he reacted to it gave me reasons to be concerned.
I don't like this. Isaiah is dead.
To better understand what Marcus got from this, I decided to take a look at the puzzle a little bit deeper. Now, this is definitely a word cipher that we can put together, but how he solved it is a little bit difficult to me. Taking a look at it, we know that chests have 27 slots in them. And for every chest to have something in the 27th slot, I'd assume it'd have to do something with our alphabet system, assuming that it ranged from 1 through 26 going left to right. So that means going from the chest from his parents' room all the way through to his brother's room and his, taking a look at each and every chest, the message that he got was, "Look for me, Marcus. Help." That's what spooked Marcus, a cry for help. Maybe the player that he's seeing around the world isn't a player. Maybe it's his brother, trapped, manifested within his world, yearning for help. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is somebody messing with Marcus. Maybe they put this puzzle here for him, showing the situation that he's in. But there are a few things that we do want to point out here. First off, it's the person that left the game. I don't know what kind of name that is. I for sure cannot figure out who and what it means. Another thing is the beds. In the first video, the beds were black. Now they have changed to red beds, and Marcus completely overlooks this. But it is very intriguing the fact that the torches and everything else changed. And of course, the little paper trail being left behind by Isaiah for Marcus to find. Jumping forward a bit, Marcus goes on to check on the villagers in his villager trading hall. He sees that 2 of them are missing. We know that this is an issue because in the first video, all of the villager slots were filled with a villager. We could check this up to the figure that we saw recently, or maybe even the player that left the game while Marcus was doing the puzzle, but we don't know. Marcus completely overlooks a lot of things. So there's a lot of things that could be of speculation here. Either Marcus is doing something to this world, or whoever this mystery player is responsible for whatever is going on in this world. My speculation is that this player has some sort of ties to Marcus, as there's no reason for this player to be on this world. I highly doubt any sane person would want to leak the IP or the invite code to a world of a dead player, of one who is grieving the death of their brother. Marcus would then go to one of the towers that his brother built. However, the first chest that he goes into has an arrangement of weird items. In hindsight, taking a look at this with just a glance, everything in this chest seems normal. But taking a deeper look at this, all of these items are odd to be inside of a watchtower chest. Why wasn't there bows or arrows inside of here? Why couldn't it be anything else other than armor? Why random blocks? Why an anvil, redstone torch, or even farmland or fertilized dirt? This is an assortment of items that are just weird for it to be inside of a watchtower chest. This is a cipher of some sorts. A word cipher, one that we've solved before. So this isn't necessarily hard for us to decipher, at least in terms of knowing what it is. Taking the first letter from each item, we get this. Now, taking into account duplicate items, we know that each repeated item represents a different letter depending on how many of them there are. So our cipher would change from what we have to this. I don't know if Marcus caught wind of this cipher. I don't know if he solved it mentally or if he really let it go over his head, but this is definitely warning him or telling him that he is not alone in his world. As he checks the second chest, we see a lot of the items in the previous chest in this one as well, except the one thing is the book that stands out. He takes the book, but his first actions are to question in game chat who is messing with him. He is definitely peeved about this. I can tell just by the way he is typing. All of us can. And I would be too. I definitely do not blame Marcus for the way he is acting right now.
Whoever has access to this world needs to leave and stop messing around. This isn't some prank. This is a world precious to me.
I wouldn't want somebody tarnishing or even meddling in a world that is meant to preserve the memories of somebody that I've lost. So I understand where Marcus is coming from. However, what is of concern is what contents are in the book. The book seems to hold a set of coordinates, and these set of coordinates are pretty far.
What the hell? This isn't some sick f***ing game.
Marcus would then threaten whoever is on the world with not so nice threats. Nothing bad, but I'll say it would leak information that I wouldn't say or want on the video. Aside from that, Marcus decides to do the only smart thing in this situation and find where these coordinates lead. The coordinates led to a house in the middle of the woods, in chunks that he claimed were already rendered by him and his brother. So how did the house get there? What is the significance of the house being there now? Inside of it was a red bed. In my opinion, I kind of think that this is a coincidence. And there was a chest. Inside the chest held a book. The book held an encrypted text, one that I didn't have the means of solving. I didn't know what kind of cipher was used to encrypt this text. I was going to assume a Caesar cipher, however, upon putting it in, no matter how many times I shifted the text, I didn't get an answer in return. So my luck ran out. I could not solve this cipher. And unbeknownst to us, Mark didn't want to solve it either.
I'm not reading that, nor am I going to try and solve it. I'm going home.
Upon making his way back, he stumbled across one of the pathways that led back to the house. This was one of the pathways that he was looking at earlier. Intrigued, he decided to stick around and explore a bit. In doing so, he was able to find a sign on the edge of a cliff. Intrigued, he built his way over to it. Upon reaching it, The sign read, "Alone." I can only describe frustration from his actions. He mined the sign and replaced it, leaving it blank, leaving the scene kinda distraught at what he found. He then makes his way over to the farm, something that he didn't get to talk about.
I never talked about the farm last time. Despite all this weird stuff, the farm was something I wanted to learn redstone with. Me and Isaiah wanted to learn it together.
However, he suddenly stopped picking up the wheat as he felt something was wrong with the farm.
I could have sworn this wasn't on this side.
Freaked out by the incident and seeing that the wheat was on the opposite side of where it was previously, he went back to the tower where he got the book from. I don't know what he was doing, but I think he was acting out of nervous impulse. However, he noticed something weird. A completely new pathway just abruptly showed up next to the tower. One that wasn't there in the beginning of the video, and one that wasn't there when he passed by the tower initially. Marcus decides to follow the pathway that leads deeper into the forest. The path would lead to a tunnel lined with redstone torches. Before entering, Marcus would fail to notice the black figure watching him from the distant tree line. At the end of the tunnel would be two signs, one with a phrase with letters missing from the words, and another with 3 numbers and the word shift. These numbers are the same numbers as the coordinates given to him from the book. This is hinting towards shifting the text given to us from the house that we found when going to the coordinates. Marcus immediately put 2 and 2 together. He even states that he's going to use a decipher to go ahead and see what this is. After a bit, this is what he deciphered. I've been in my head for a while now. I can't explain what I've been seeing at night, but I can't tell if I'm going crazy or if something paranormal is happening. This constant fear washed over my body every night I sleep. I feel like I'm going to die. I close my door and no matter what I do, it always appears in my room. I hope someone can figure this out, but I highly doubt it. I just want whatever it is to leave me alone. I can't take this torment any longer. This book speaks in the perspective of somebody who is going through hallucinations. It looks like it's from the perspective of somebody who has schizophrenia, having hallucinations and being paranoid by it, having this constant fear of paranoia going through their entire body even while they're sleeping. This constant fear of feeling like they're going to die. The question is, how does this tie into Isaiah's and Marcus's story? Just as Marcus is about to leave the tunnel, a black figure walks across the tunnel entrance. This is the same figure that we saw in the first video, as well as the same figure that was watching him in the tree line. Why is this figure making itself known to Marcus now? What is its purpose and true intentions? Why reveal itself now after Marcus deciphered the book? Could this mean that this entity is trying to tell Marcus something, or is it trying to tell us, the viewers, something else? All of this seems a little fishy to me. I want to push Marcus with questions and get answers myself. However, I feel like the topic is a little touchy. It's already outgoing that he came to me to look into this stuff for him. However, I feel like I'm uncovering something that I should not be uncovering. Ironically enough, this video ends with Marcus seeing the entity again on top of the lighthouse. This entity revealed itself to Marcus one last time before disappearing. And that's where the video cuts. I feel like this entity is trying to tell Marcus something, or it's trying to hint to us of its identity. Something fishy is brewing here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to figure out what this is all hinting at, and if that means I have to confront Marcus later down the line, I'm going to do it. Video 3, titled I'm Getting Tired, starts off as usual with Marcus greeting us in a happy state. However, he's back at the cliffside with the sign that he found from the second video. He quickly explains that he's been playing on the world, doing mining trips, and kind of just playing solo trying to progress. The sign has new text on it. No warmth, no comfort, kind of hinting towards something like the dead. I don't know what this is supposed to lead us to, but I feel like this is just something to diverge Marcus from whatever he is looking for. Marcus expressed that he's been getting tired of these things happening around the world. I would too, especially if it was a world that held this much sentimental value to me. As he made his way back, I noticed something hugely different with the world, and that is the corrupted textures scattered all over the place. Marcus says he has been seeing the corrupted textures from time to time, and mainly ignored them, thinking it was the mods that he had installed being buggy, but from what I can observe, it only seems to be affecting the areas that Marcus and Isaiah worked on. Marcus notices the textures started to corrupt the buildings and starts to grow some concern. He would notice the lights in the main house throwing a rave party without him and go to check it out. But what catches his attention was a sign that read, "I am not who you think I am."
Who are you then? Tell me, who the f*** are you?
Followed by another sign by the storage room that states, "But you do not need me anymore." This sends Marcus into an all-caps frenzy. His next actions are harder to define, other than full-on rage. He would start off with getting the materials to make a flint and steel. But would eventually switch to destroying the farm, even going as far as to switching game modes to creative to get TNT and flint and steel, going on a temper tantrum, burning down and destroying everything for the whole video. The thing is, why couldn't he just ban the person if he had all that power? If he had the ability to do so, to switch game modes? If he was having that much trouble, and if it really was a player, why not kick them or ban them? Unless the person never existed, maybe Marcus was developing some kind of mental illness like his brother Isaiah. Or maybe this entity in his world is the cause for all of the corruption. We have yet to decipher the name for the player that left in the second video, and no trails or puzzles have led us to revealing who this might be. Ironically, the video ends with Marcus burning down the lighthouse, the one thing that we see this entity around the most. The last video, titled Move On, has a lot to unpack for being the shortest of the videos. To start off, we leave right off where we left with the last video. Upon the start, Marcus doesn't greet us or do anything. Instead, he goes on to burn down the dock that he talked about in the first video, and the first thing he does after that is to go through the nether portal. Upon going through, he notices the item frames placed on the floor with pieces of paper placed in them, like a trail of papers leading him somewhere. He decides to follow the paper trail, seeing where it leads him, and eventually, we start to see a familiar corrupted texture. Next to it is another item frame and a paper that reads 10 years. Why 10 years? And sadly, Marcus gives us an answer without even having to say it. It's been 10 years since the death of Isaiah. Marcus lied to me when he messaged me in the first place. The timing of his death and everything was a whole decade ago. He would continue to follow the paper trails, and these would lead him to more of the same paper texts telling him to move on. before he inevitably came across the entity from before. However, this time the entity seems a bit different. The name had a number 10 stuck to the end of it. 10 years. An undeciphered name. 10 shifts. I took the player name and shifted it 10 times, finally revealing the name of the player that we have been seeing all over the world. But when you flip it the other way around, it spells Isaias. It was Isaiah spelt backwards. Everything started to make sense. The lighthouse, the pathways, the messages, the books, encrypted journal. It was all of Isaiah's doings, all of his attempts to reach out to Marcus, to us, to help Marcus move on. After the two conversate, Marcus was given a book. Within it was a hexadecimal cipher. And did I have fun deciphering this? Trapped soul, you need to move on. It's been 10 years, and all you've done is kept my memory in vain. This is the tortured soul of Isaias. Marcus's unwillingness to move on is keeping Isaias's memory in vain, preventing Isaias from moving on into the afterlife fully. All of the stuff that we see Isaias attempt to do, communicate via signs, puzzles, books, even corrupting the world, is attempts to get Marcus to move on and let go of him. He wants Marcus to be the best version of himself. And because Marcus has been lingering on about Isaias for the last 10 years, he wasn't able to do so. If you attempt to open the door, consequences will arise. That's a phrase from a photo hidden within a world that technically breaks reality, as the source of the world is unknown and the entity behind its way can never be named. About a week ago, an old friend sent me a Minecraft world file people had been quietly passing around online. It was called The Outer Rim. Every post mentioning it had been deleted within hours. He said he was able to snag a download of it before it vanished completely, and told me I should load it up myself and check it out. I was trapped in a small bedrock room where there were only 3 things: a button, a chest, and a sign that read "Take 1 and read." When I opened the world, something felt wrong immediately. Settings were locked, and I was stuck in adventure from the start and couldn't do anything to change that. So I decided to ask him directly. His reply was, "Just play the game." Cold, as if I've asked him multiple times before. Take 1 and read. Okay, and there's a button. And a soul lantern. Rules. The iron room must remain sealed. What does... Nothing after that. Just... The iron room must remain sealed. That was the only rule written in this book. Rule 1. The iron room must remain sealed. It felt wrong, but clearly this place seemed to be some kind of SMP server just based off of this spawn room by itself. And servers always have more than one rule, which struck me odd. However, I decided to ignore this and decided to press the button. The button teleported me to a welcome message, like any other server. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna heavily lean on the this was a ripped world. What is up with the Soul Land? Okay, a welcome board. Hello. Welcome to the Outer Rim SMP. Yeah, so this is an SMP world, or at least it used to be, I would assume, a server. Please follow our rules given to you upon spawning in. They may seem confusing, but these rules help us from keeping the server from going into complete NSLZD. What does that even mean? Please remember these three rules in your rule book and make sure to sign it, as if you lose your rule book, it is an immediate ban. Okay, so 3 rules. We have one rule. We literally have one rule. I'm gonna sign this because, you know, gotta follow the rules. Remember rule 3 and rule 1. They are the most important. So rule 1, Rule 1, the iron room must remain sealed. So there's some type of iron room that must remain sealed. Okay. Enjoy your time on the server. All right. And there's a house. I still can't mine anything, so we're stuck in adventure, but look at this. Again with the soul lanterns. Community house. So this is like the spawn area, basically. Everything in this welcome message felt weird. 3 rules, but we only have 1. Rules 1 and 3 being the most important, and 1 word out of every single word being complete gibberish. First off, who edited the rulebook? Why erase only certain rules? And why remove and rewrite or hide them? That's when I noticed the house. This room is enticing me right now. Again with the soul lanterns. Okay. So this seems to be like, we need something to put in here. That's for sure. Something for sure needs to be put in there. It looked too clean, empty, dimly lit with soul lanterns. The soul lanterns is what caught me off guard. Why is there a constant use of soul lanterns? Why not a torch or a regular lantern? It's almost as if the house isn't meant to be lived in. I started off with exploring the first floor. I found 2 rooms, the disposal room and the bookshelf room. In the disposal room was bookshelves and a chest. In the chest were 3 axes and 3 diamonds, as if they were placed there deliberately, with a sign pointing towards a carpet on the floor. In the bookshelf room, it was almost completely empty. No books, no nothing, except for 1 book dead center. I can see why this is called the bookshelf room. Book and quill. Okay, let's see what this has. The words were in complete gibberish. But then it hit me. This is one of 2 things. This is either complete gibberish, which I highly doubt, or this is a cipher. A Caesar cipher, to be specific. I'm gonna throw this into a decoder and see what it gives us. All right, I'm gonna put it right here. This is what I got from the Caesar cipher. 6 axes, 6 diamonds. Find them around the house or around the lot. Good luck. Okay. I also took the liberty of decoding the word from the message board, and it translated to chaos. Why was chaos the only word scrambled in the welcome message? Why does this place care so much about numbers, 6 axes and 6 diamonds? What secrets are behind the iron door? And also, what are the original rules? That explains what we found in the disposal room. 3 diamonds and 3 axes. We have half of the puzzle. That's 6 items. We have half of the puzzle. But where do we go to find the rest? I mean, there's no chests. Oh wait, there was a chest. Was there not a chest in here? But there's nothing in the chest. I made my way to the 2nd floor of the house. The first thing I noticed was the signs above each of the doorways for the rooms on the 2nd floor. The symbols on them were weird. I didn't recognize them. They hinted towards another form of language or text that was probably used within the server that this world came from. There was a staircase just before the hall. Though before checking out the staircase, I went into each of the rooms. Each room had item frames with items in it, though I paid no attention to it. I swiftly made my way back towards the attic. The attic was packed with books and bookshelves. Each single one of these books was empty, except for one. Except for this one. Okay. There is literally nothing there. Inside was coordinates. These coordinates led me to a lava pool just outside of the house. One, 8, 6. Okay, I mean, this is the area that we need to be in. When I got there, there was nothing. I searched around and found absolutely nothing. No chest, no structures, no hidden signs, nothing that could lead me to the clues that this book was giving me. So I decided to head back to the house. And then it dawned on me, the items inside of the rooms, they weren't just decorations. They were definitely there for a reason. The rooms at the house. The items in the frames. What if they lead more to something? I took the items and put them in my inventory. Let's spell this out. Okay? So we have a lingering potion, oak leaves, oak saplings, ocelot egg, prismarine stairs, and rod, andesite, acacia log, lime, and lime wool, and vines. I decided to take the first letter from each single one of them. It didn't mean anything at first, but then I remembered repetition matters. So we have a lot of duplicate items, 3 oak saplings, 2 end rods, and 3 prismarine stairs. I decided to treat it like an old numpad. Doing that changed the sequence, and this is the sequence that you get. When rearranged, you get the message, "Look in lava." That's when it started to click. I didn't check if there was anything buried in it. I rushed back to the lava pool and found this. Here, this is 1 block off from here. Huh. Okay, we need another book. We need 2 more axes and another diamond. A chest buried inside at the exact coordinates given to me from the book. And in the chest was another book with 1 axe and 2 diamonds. The book also gave me another set of coordinates and a 4th rule. Why was I getting another rule? There should only be 3 rules according to the welcome message. So why is there a 4th rule? What does it mean by counting by the dream? And this could open a plethora of rabbit holes. What are the numbers referring to? Could this be the repeating numbers coming from these puzzles? And how many rules were there originally? The new coordinates led me to another lava pool, farther out. However, this one looked like it was tampered with, as if someone wasn't able to finish doing what they were doing. I don't trust this. I feel like somebody has been here. Like, if this makes any sense, this looks like it was just tampered. They knew I was coming and... I'm on a single player world. This is a single player world. I'm pressing tab and... yeah. I don't want to jump in. I don't want to jump in. Is there anything over here? Ah, okay. We got the last 2 axes. However, just like the last lava pool, there was a chest hidden directly in the center of the lava, and inside were the remaining materials needed for the puzzle, and another book left for us to keep. This one was special. It was titled Alphabet. And inside was the strange symbols that we saw above the doors on the 2nd floor. These symbols weren't just random. They were tied to a different language, an entire alphabet system used in a visual way to communicate without naming or stating anything directly. Whatever this world is, whatever is being kept here, the alphabet system seems to play an important role in all of it. With this in mind, I rushed back to decode the symbols upstairs and finished the disposal room puzzle. Sleep, fracture. Okay, we have a notes part on this too. So sleep, fracture, that's ET. Loop, observer, fracture, OST. Is this supposed, like, what are we decoding on this? Loop, observer, observer. Et ost asos. And you know what? I should also keep track of the rules that we have. Rule 1 and Rule 4. The fact that we have a 4th rule is insane. That means that there might be more rules than what's being shown on this server. So someone really tampered with the rules. Who tampered with the rules? That's the question. What's the point of this rule system too? Seems really weird. Not being able to access a certain room and then count what the dream counts. Dream, could it be talking about the core? When we look at this though, et ost asos, what sleep, fracture. I can't put it to thought. Is that what this alphabet system is supposed to be? Just a very, is it like oversimplification of certain thoughts? OST, loop, observer, fracture. End? But wouldn't that be D? Et ost asos. It ends soon. I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna assume that's the translation for this. I say we keep all the books on us, but we have to name them what they are. The sound of a piston door opening. Not far. At first I thought it was the iron room. The piston door came from somewhere else. It came from the bookshelf room. Underneath the redstone torch was a piston door, and underneath that was a chest. Inside the chest were 2 items, another book and Rule 3. Rule 3, the world repeats on purpose. What? And another book. Okay. Again, keeping track of the rules. We found Rule 3. The world repeats on purpose. I just got chills. That's the symbol of death or end. 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 And it's symbolic. We have 6 pages. We're going to recap this. 6 pages. We just got a book. 6 pages. What is the significance of this repeating 6? Time is irrelevant here. Granger isn't who she says she is. Whatever you do, leave while you still can. There used to be 6 of them. Now there's only this house and whatever she's after. Granger? What? Rule 3 read that the world repeats on purpose. What could this mean? What is it talking about? Day and night cycles, respawning, chunks, reloading, or something even worse? Repetition isn't a bug. Is this world some type of containment for an entity that we don't know the name of? Is the iron door really something we shouldn't be tampering with? So many questions I just want the answers to. Why is there another Granger? So many possibilities. Where does this rabbit hole lead? Okay. What is even going on? I know Granger. Granger is one of my one of my oldest friends. Granger is a guy. This has to be a different Granger. Either that or my memory is warped, which it's not. I know for a fact this is a different Granger that they're talking about, that this book is talking about. Time is irrelevant. Time is irrelevant. Time is irrelevant here. What does that mean? As I continued to spiral with question after question, we've checked every single room in this house except for one. The room that slipped my mind finally came back into thought. The library. Why did we even ignore this room in the first place? We haven't checked the library, have we? This is the only room that's boarded up. Oh god. Not this again. Just like the attic, there were packed bookshelves with empty books, except for one wall with 6 redstone torches. Again, repeating the number 6, but one bookshelf had only one book in it. And this book changes everything from here on out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 these, and one. I would argue this is on this wall. This is the only bookshelf with a book on it that I can take out. Coordinates and another Caesar cipher, another puzzle. After shifting it, this is what it says. Where 2 trees lie, cut off by leaves, lie a hidden system for you in your wake. This book gives us coordinates and another cipher. This is where it leads us. This can't be natural. I mean, there's this, but this can't be natural. Upon arriving to the coordinates given to us by the book, we noticed the trees and how the leaves are cut off exactly like the book explained. They were like as if the chunk that the leaves were in disappeared and were somehow replaced with a completely different chunk. This sparked me to look around, and at first, I didn't notice anything until I started checking around the trees. That's when I found a button hidden underneath one of the trees. There's a button down there. Okay. Okay, not that. I mean, that is cut off. Where's the other one? Aha. As I dropped down, I found out that this was an underground sewer system. Well, at least it was supposed to be. It seemed unfinished. Taking a look at one of the 4 directions that we could have gone in, one of the tunnels was completely unfinished. However, when I checked down one of the tunnels, I found a slim corridor. This was not just a sewer system. This was a maze. And at first, this corridor seemed pretty simple. Don't tell me this is a complete maze. Oh man. But this is the system they're talking about. A sewer system that leads into a maze. And on the other end was also 2 more slim corridors. These corridors also were mazes, one harder than the other. However, one of them led me to a little area with a sign. Another one of these ciphers. Let's see. E-D-E-L. Writing this down. E-L-O-O-E-N-D. That's clearly N. We're gonna start spacing that. All right. S. That's another S. O-O-N. Te-lu-en soon. The loop ends soon. Te-lu. Okay. D-E. Fracture sleep, right? L-O-O. Memory loop. I don't like where this is going. The loop ends soon. Your loop ends soon. Your loop ends soon. I felt threatened, as if I'm being warned. If I continue searching for whatever it is that I need to open this door, I'm going to die. I feel like I'm getting closer to a truth that I'm not supposed to know. Maybe the lanterns, maybe this thing with the time, with loops, maybe it has something to do with us. Your loop. Could this mean your time ends soon? Another corridor from there led to a smaller room. And in this room was a chest with a book in it. This book wasn't just a regular book, like all the other books that we found. There was no riddle, there was no puzzle. It was a journal from another player. Hello, I'm Asher. I don't know what loop you're on, but for you to find this means you've been here a while. Time is irrelevant here. That's why the soul lanterns are everywhere, and probably why you found my journal. They help with preventing the loop from resetting everything, including chunks, inventory, and memory. I forgot who discovered the use of the lanterns, but thanks to them, it made things a lot easier. Though we don't know the source of these memory loss issues, we made an alphabet system to prevent further issues. Someone on here, known as Granger, keeps coming around whenever we mention I can't remember, it's best I don't say. Could that be what's being kept in containment here? I'm assuming. I'm gonna chunk up that this world is not a world. It's more of like a containment. That's what it feels like. Like, you don't want something to be opened at all. The soul lanterns are being used to prevent certain things from repeating. That's why it's written all over the house. As if it's containing something. These soul lanterns, preventing the chunks in the house from resetting. The iron sealed room. Let's assume that if the world repeats, the chunks reset. That's probably why the trees that we saw, their leaves were cut off. They used to consistently reset before the soul lantern. I don't want to end up like the others, but he keeps mentioning something about individual loops. I don't know what these loops are, but once they are slain by him, they are gone for good. However, he keeps this server in order, prevents chaos, and so far it's been fun. Not knowing what this source they talk about scares me, and as far as anyone else knows, the admins of the server have been talking about a new function system. All 6 of them have talked about a new 6-step rule system that beats this 3-step process they have right now. Something seems off. What is this constant repetition of 6 though? There are 6 rules. There were 6 admin. There were 6 items that we had to collect. It was 6 diamonds and it was 6 axes. There were 6 redstone torches. By now, the repetition of 6 doesn't feel random. There are 2 definitions of 6: numerology and biblical. In numerology, 6 symbolizes the caregiver, which is linked to family, home, and community. Funny because we got a majority of our puzzles from the community home. Biblically, 6 symbolizes humanity, imperfection, and worldly effort. In the Bible, we were created on the 6th day, falling short of the divine perfection of the 7th. It also represents the ultimate human failure without God, but also points to God's grace for imperfect humanity. Our assumptions about this world being some type of containment was correct. However, it is not for a person or for any normal entity. Whatever entity this is, it's considered a divine entity. Basically, to other people, it's a god. Something here has that type of power, that it would be put into a constant loop, or maybe its own power used against it. Whatever it is, I need to know who or what is being kept behind those iron doors. I made my way back and decided to take the route that went farther down. I noticed that it started to reach Deep Slate, and as I continued to explore, I found myself going even farther. Another cipher. for sure, we know this means to know is to. So to know is to what? AE. We chucked this up earlier. This alphabet system is basically a very simplified, just like thought over simplified. If we're thinking this through, basically whatever we look or however we look at this, they're taking out letters from these symbols, right? Or basically they're taking letters out from the words if it's already not in the alphabet. So H got taken out, P got taken out. So A could be to know is to wake, but to wake what? The deep slate level of the sewers was just a gigantic, massive maze. Corridors upon corridors of tunnels that I had to traverse alone. And there it was, a staircase that led to a lower portion of the maze, and hidden in this lower part was another bookshelf with a book placed directly in the center of it. In the book was 3 things. Rule 6, do not seek completion. An alphabet encoded message that translates to end is to know, and to know is to awaken. And a warning, beware of the ones who seek. What is it that it's talking about when it comes to awaken? To know is to awaken. To know what? Could it be the name of this divine entity? I continued on with exploring the rest of the maze, and eventually I found a button on the wall. Something within the maze opened, so I quickly backtracked towards the stairs that we came from and started searching the maze to see if anything had changed. Eventually, I noticed a corridor that wasn't there before, primarily the green vines that stuck out like a sore thumb. And as I walked down the corridor, I found another button. And once I pressed it, the corridor behind me closed, and I was trapped within here. I took the corridor down, and it led me into a grand room. On the other end of the room was a tunnel, and in the middle of the tunnel was a light. What is this place? As I reached the end of the room, there stood 2 things, a chest and a button. In the chest were 2 books. One book contained a bunch of pages with a bunch of 1s and 0s. But these aren't just random 1s and 0s, they are binary. This code could decode into anything. It can decode into a link, it can decode into a message, or it can decode into a phrase. Putting it through the decoder, I got a message. And this message read, 6 processes, 6 restraints, 6 ways to keep it asleep. What once took many to dance, play, and contain, now take function, puzzles, riddles, and rhymes. It kind of stuck with me. All of the stuff that we've been doing, the puzzles, decoding messages, which were basically riddles that also turned into rhymes, the Caesar ciphers, all of it was just unraveling this containment that this world poses as, according to this message. They don't want whatever is being kept here to wake up. In the second book, gives us an image. This image is of a journal, and in this journal page are two photos with me and another person in it. I don't know who this person is, however their face looks familiar, but the main point of this should be the background. Both of the photos are very familiar. One is in front of the lava pool from the first puzzle, and another one is in front of the house, specifically next to the welcome message. One thing to notice is the lantern. It's not a soul lantern. It's a regular lantern. This could probably be why I don't remember this person. Could this have been an admin? Could this have been Asher? Or could this have been who the other Granger is? I don't know. Clearly, I have some tie to this world, seeing that I have been on here before the discovery of the lanterns. And Asher said that somebody had to have discovered the use of these lanterns. So if I have been on this world or server before, when? And how many times have I been on it? And how have I been on it? I have no recollection of this world. So what is the history between me and this world? Who are these people to me? And what is the bigger picture here? We're given a set of text. Remember all 6 rules. They prevent the source from waking. Waking means completion, and completion means collapse. If you get stuck, continue the loop. This seems like something that you would give an admin, somebody that you trust, as if you were passing down from admin to admin. Or am I making assumptions too irrationally? If you attempt to open the door, consequences will arise. I want to know what's behind that door. At the bottom of the page, there are coordinates that lead far past the lava pool. Now the only question is, how do we get out of the sewer system? What does the button do? I followed the coordinates, and the coordinates led me to a sunken ship just off the shore of a dark oak forest. Inside the boat was a chest, followed by 2 soul lanterns. Symbolic, is what I thought. And upon opening the chest, we see items, paper. But hidden amongst them was the key card and rule number 5. Rule number 5 kind of stuck out to me. Sound binds the core. There was no sounds in here, no music, nothing but the ambience from the animals. The admins were charged with keeping the core asleep. I had a bad feeling about opening this iron door. My greed was too strong to resist. I rushed back to the house and opened the door. While scrolling through my inbox, I noticed a weird email from a weird user with a short message stating, "Come and solve the puzzle. You are not the first, you will not be the last, but you are on time. The outcome is already set." And attached was a Google Drive link. I hovered over this link contemplating my options, as this can be many things: a malware or a prank, and maybe even something worse. I even attempted to send them an email and got no response. They flat out ignored me. I decided to click on the link, letting my curiosity win, and as I opened the file, I noticed that it contained photos and videos, including an audio file. The first things I decided to do was to go look at the photos. There were 3: past, present, and future. The past held the photo of an unnamed girl, present held one of an unnamed man, and the future held one of me. It brought me questions, as I don't know how I got into this file. Maybe it could have been somebody who was posing as me. Taking a look at the background, these seem to be taken on some kind of map, but I don't have the world that these photos were taken in. However, I brushed this unease feeling off and shifted my focus towards the videos. Immediately, we meet our protagonist, the man in the present photos. He He is also known as Jonas, as in the video he introduces himself as Jonas, going as far as introducing his entire username, Jonas09. And just by telling off the textures from his right hand, we already can put two and two together who he was. Jonas then goes on to explain how he got the map. He stated that he got the map via an email from a company. I would assume it's a corporate company, seeing as they offered him a computer and a handsome prize for finishing this puzzle map. Though it still strikes me odd. I'm assuming that he is some kind of kid, based off of the fact that he would actually agree to go through with this, accepting to do a puzzle map for a brand new computer and maybe some cash on the side. Jonas then shifts his attention to the book in his hotbar, titled Record Book. Hello, Jonas. This is not a test. Tests end. This is an observation. You will move. You will respond. Where this leads already has an outcome accounted for. Odd. I didn't have any questions for it, but it just kind of felt direct. It kind of felt like whoever put this here or whoever made the map already knew the outcome of what was going to happen to Jonas. It kind of felt out of place as well. I don't understand why this is so forward and straight to the point with what is going on. It's a puzzle map. You don't know if Jonas is going to complete it or not, to be honest. But for some reason, whoever sent him the map via that email knew a little too much. This record will update as observation continues. Return to it when the path appears to change. This piqued my interest the most. So this book will update as he progresses through the puzzle, which is kind of a cool feature for this map. As the puzzles progress, as he progresses through whatever this map has to offer him, there probably is going to be hints and clues given to him via this record book. Or probably it will just keep track of the puzzles that he completed. Jonas opens the chest that has been patiently waiting for us since the beginning. Within the chest held 3 items: a compass that points north, a compass that points home, and a book. The book read, "Follow the lights, solve the puzzles, return to the house with whatever is given." So whatever the puzzles have as a reward is most likely going to be used to solve the other puzzles, or in fact probably recorded within the record book. But I want to point out the 2 compasses. What's the significance of having one to north when in reality you would only need one for the house? You're inside of a maze. You really just need one to keep where your spawn is. So this got me thinking, could the maze and the world be tied to direction? Is direction going to be something that is of importance when it comes to solving whatever puzzles are left behind? Whatever puzzles this mystery emailer has left for us to solve.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Jonas was ready to tackle whatever puzzle that he came across first.
The glowy vines?
Jonas proceeded to follow the glowy vines as instructed by the book, since they were the only thing glowing within the maze. This would lead him to our first puzzle, a parkour puzzle. Something more physical, but also common within a puzzle map. However, there was a chest before the start of the puzzle, which gave him a hint as to what he needed to do to complete the task ahead of him. Follow the path, insert this book, directions are progress.
Okay, seems easy enough.
Those words would age horribly, as Jonas would struggle for a while on this parkour. Eventually, he would make his way up to the top of one of the maze walls, where a plaque would be there with a book on it, which would unlock a piston door on the other side of the wall he was on. Hearing it, he would backtrack through the puzzle and find that a hidden door opened. Hesitant to jump down the hole that it presented, he inevitably did. Falling into a pool of water, he found himself in some kind of chamber room, and in front of him stood a sheep in some kind of contraption. There was something weird though, a chest and 2 other plaques. Above them were signs that said yes or no, and within the chest held a book and a paper that said vote. Within the book, it read, "This has already occurred. Kill yes or no. The outcome has already been accounted for." This, just like the other book at the beginning of the puzzle, including the record book, seemed very direct. I can't put my finger on why the texts are like this. It's baffling to me. Very confusing. I can't even process as to why anyone would be this direct when it came to the puzzle. It's too ominous. And just like that, no hesitation, Jonas selected yes. Though a little less guilty on the conscious side, he killed a sheep, still deciding to take a life. Now comes the fact that, how did he get out of the room? We don't know because this is where the video ends. We don't get that answer. I decided to backtrack to the files and go to the second video, and that's when the audio file caught my eye. I completely overlooked it, so I decided to take a look at what it was. At first glance, it's just a bunch of beeps and long tones, but taking a second thought to think about what it could be, the thought of Morse code came into my mind. Now, I'm no good at solving Morse code, but taking my time and going through it slowly, I put it through a decoder and was able to get a download link to the world. Alright. Oh gosh, it's dark. We're gonna backtrack from Jonah's point of view. So, seeing from his first video, it said that there are puzzles around here. And I have a soul that is most concerning. Okay. It's a gigantic labyrinth. Remembering what Jonas's book told him about the maze, I kind of just wandered off a little bit. But remember, we're here to see and backtrack through Jonas's footsteps within this jumping puzzle and kind of get to the bottom of what happened to him within the room. Now, there are 2 things that I kind of want to point out: the soul lantern and the time of day. Why is the soul lantern in my inventory? It wasn't in Jonas's inventory. And why is it set to night? Did the dev just magically decide to change it and give it to me at a different time of day? Or is there a significant reason that my world is at night and Jonas wasn't? In all, I went through the same process as Jonas did, looking into the record book and looking into the book and compasses inside the chest. I noticed a few key differences. First off, the book in my inventory refers to me as player. So why was Jonas's book referring to him by his username? How did the dev have such a bad grammatical error? And lastly, the book in the chest is definitely suspicious. It's harsh and it knows a little too much. How did it know that I watched Jonas's video? And how does it know that I'm going to be using it as a reference for the maze? That's something that it should not know. That's something that the dev shouldn't know. So what is going on here? Is our mystery emailer secretly stalking me through my computer, or is this just a coincidence? However, before we continue, there is one thing that we need to backtrack to: Jonas's second recording. Upon opening it, we realize that he was able to get out of the chamber room, but it doesn't show us. It just cuts back to Spawn. It's kind of like Jonas is just a husk of what he was. No text chat, no nothing, just a low hum coming from his mic. And to make things worse, it's like he's not all there. It's like he's being reprogrammed, like he was changed. However, Spawn seems a little different, and I mean a little different. The house. We know that the house is locked. There is a padlock on there, literally an amulet that we need to find, which I have no clue of finding. And secondly, the video is just disturbing, watching it from the start to finish. But that's when I noticed during the glitching parts of the video, there was just the slightest text visible during the static portions of the glitches. And in the first portion regarding the door, the words said this: first letter of every phrase. This could mean a plethora of things. It could mean every letter from the phrase of the books that we have so far, or of whatever books come from the challenges that we face later. We quickly followed in Jonah's footsteps, taking the route that he took to the first puzzle. Follow the path, insert this book. Directions are progress. I feel I want to keep notes in this book that we got from our chest. I just mentioned stuff about directions. Directions are progress. That's kind of out of character here, or out of line. What do you mean by directions are progress? Right? I'm just making assumptions here in general when it comes to the compasses. The fact that they are the first thing that me and Jonas get, and the fact that we are literally in the center of a maze, it's kind of the first thing that I want to assume, or like put assumptions towards, is the fact that direction is going to be the biggest thing when it comes to whatever we're doing here. However, unlike Jonas, the first thing that we're going to do before we continue with this puzzle is take a look at our record book. Remember, our record book told us that this will update when a new path arises, or technically, it will update as we get to each puzzle. Jonas never looked at the book when he got to the puzzle. Maybe there's something hidden behind the reason why there was a room in the first place? Maybe why there was a hidden door? Or not, because the book says, take what's needed to find what's hidden, essentially. Congratulations, Dev. You've done the most. Like Jonas, we did the jumping puzzle all the way to the plaque, opened the secret door, and dropped down the hole. However, the only difference was the entity on the stand. So this is the same thing. This outcome, this has already occurred. Kill, yes or no. This outcome has already been accounted for. Outcome unchanged. Suddenly, I felt this overwhelming presence, as if I wasn't necessarily alone on the world. As messed up as it is, it was a villager. However, now comes the hard part, figuring out how he got out of the room. The first things that I noticed was that there were holes in the walls, particularly one hole that held a plaque with a soul lantern on it. Convenient, isn't it? As if it was meant to be there for a specific person. Putting the lantern into the plaque, a piston door closed one of the lava falls on one of the sides of the room. This opened up a hidden room that held 4 more plaques with items in it and 2 chests. The first 3 plaques that we see coming into this room had a chest next to it with a book and quill inside, reading observation incomplete, data missing. All inputs must be accounted for. One reoccurring thing with the books is that whoever wrote these definitely sounds like they were collecting data on whoever was on the world. The only question is, how were they able to do this? What is the dev recording data for? Jotting this down for later, as this could be something pivotal for another use, I turned my attention towards the soul lantern on the first plaque. I gave it a try and no, it's not the one in our inventory. I changed my attention to the plaque behind us. In the chest held a paper called exit, and using it on the plaque opened a hidden door that led us out of the room. Now came to the puzzle. Though a pretty easy puzzle, there were other holes in the wall. Checking these holes, they had chests inside them, each holding a variety of items from pebbles to stones to even redstone torches and logs. Though 3 chests held the items that we need: the redstone dust titled the loot, the lantern titled the past, and the soul lantern titled the soul. But they all seem familiar. I can't put my finger on it, but it feels very familiar to me. Like I've seen them, heard them somewhere. But I digress. As we continue, we go back into the room to put them in the plaques. And this opens another hidden door. A hallway that leads into a very familiar tunnel. At the end of the tunnel was a trapdoor with a ladder and a chest next to it that said room items only. Putting the room items that I had in my inventory within this chest opened the iron door, letting us out of the room. Could that have explained why Jonas didn't have anything in his inventory? Because there would still be stuff in his inventory if he figured this out, getting to this point that we have gotten to. It doesn't explain why all the other items like the compasses and the books we got previous to the chamber room disappeared. Upon leaving, I noticed the vines. Following them, it led me back to the jumping puzzle and of course back to spawn. But on our way back, I noticed that it also diverged off the path originally, which I hadn't noticed before. So I decided to follow it, and it led me all the way north. The overwhelming presence I felt before made itself known once again. Whoa. By the big stone-like wall, there was a sign. It's just another loop. First the redstone in the chamber. Now a sign talking about another loop. What could this mean? Everything seems so familiar. What the? Okay. Oh, what the hell is going on with this? Okay, what the hell is going on here? I'm just gonna put don't go north. And, what the hell does it mean by loop? This is a loop? Okay, I'm checking the record book again. Nothing changed. Observation recorded, outcome unchanged. What do you mean outcome unchanged? What is going on? We appear back at spawn, but spawn seems a little bit different. I don't remember getting here, and I don't know how the world changed to how Jonas's world was. It's no longer nighttime, it's daytime. Now I'm confused. After finding the sign over in the north, my game glitched out. Though my inventory stayed intact, we checked our book and got an unchanged outcome. Something in this world definitely is watching us. something or someone is watching me from my computer. It's just, there's no other explanation from that. Aside from that, something in the chest at spawn appeared. A barrier block. The same barrier block needed to open the door that Jonas showed us in the second video. Could this be the continuation of the puzzles, and what rabbit hole are we diving down this time? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh boy, that's not good. This isn't. I don't know how to solve this. This is gonna be so difficult to solve. What side am I starting on? And there it is. Probably one of the hardest puzzles that I'm probably going to solve for a while. An item frame lock combination. Not only is it a 12 item lock combination with 6 on each side of the room, but there are so many ways to do this combination. Luckily enough for us, the number combo for us. However, it is up to me to decipher how to put this in. I don't know if the numbers are referring to redstone signal or item frame placement. We're gonna start from left to right. I'm just gonna go off of that. I mean, that's what I was taught how to read. Reading it left to right. I'm gonna go top to bottom, left to right. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, stays there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 7, 7, 7, 6, 6, 6. That was the wrong code, meaning that the item frames were going based off a redstone signal. Easy fix for us, and in doing so, the door opened. And within this door came a book on a lectern. The book read, "The path was recorded before you arrived." This immediately makes me think about Jonas, as before we even got here, all of this was pre-recorded with Jonas's videos. Now this also brings up what we talked about earlier, what we saw in the glitches from Jonas's second video. First letter of every phrase applies here, and this could apply for everything in every other book. TWBA. At first I thought it was a Caesar cipher, and inevitably I could not find a single shift that would give me a word. So I started to think and ponder on this. Definitely hints towards the first puzzle that we went to, as that's the only puzzle that was recorded before we got onto the world. So it got me thinking, what direction was that puzzle headed? And that direction was west. So what does TWBA stand for? Well, W has to stand for west. There's no doubt about that, as the message itself is clearly pointing towards west. Like I said, the compasses are pointing towards direction being something of importance within this maze. I do not know what B and A stand for. It could be before arrival. It could be backtrack something. For now, the first two on TWBA, I am 100% sure stands for true west. I also took the liberty of going back and looking at the other stuff in the books. A couple things I found were this. Our record book, when we first came across the first puzzle, if we take the first letters of those phrases, WCTA, we get OULS. When rearranged, we get soul. If we take the last letter from the paragraph above, we get souls. AWCTA shifted 18 times gives us souls. So there are Caesar ciphers hidden within the messages given to us. I went back and decided to go through every single book, including the record book updates. These were the only ones I got. AWCTA and the first puzzle book, FIDP. When shifted 25 times gets us echo. Now this had me questioning souls and echo. Could it be talking about me, or could it be talking about something else? Maybe with Jonas, and maybe even the past. Echoed souls echo. Could it be talking about memory? Maybe I've done this before. Maybe I've been here before, and my soul from the past is just echoing its memories forward. but something struck me odd as we went to leave. I remembered not seeing any plaque or way of getting out through the iron door, but then at the top of the staircase we came in from, a plaque randomly appeared. Is this world updating as we play it? And why did it take me so long to even come up with this kind of conclusion? It's kind of obvious to say so myself, as the book literally states that the book will update as we progress. Basically, I should have had the assumption that the world would update alongside it. However, I never really thought of that, and to be honest, I don't know what to think. So, what is hiding in the West? What secrets are we going to be finding? And where am I in the middle of all of this? Trees, leaves cut off on a tree as if chunks were replaced. I mean, who knows what happened to Jonas when he went north? A plethora of things could have happened because he went east after going north. It was super glitchy for him. But north is out of the question. We can't go north. Here. Amulet. Pale gold amulet. Pale gold amulet. This is what we need. This is what we needed for the house. Now we just gotta go home. Now I just gotta find a way to go home without getting Oh. There was a pathway leading here. Odd. And the jumping puzzle. How come I never noticed this? My question is, how did he get this, and how did he know about it? Jonas didn't unlock he didn't unlock it. What is? We have something else to look for. Okay. Another book. Just something about this feels off. Soul lanterns, really? The glow. There was even a soul lantern down in the escape room that we came from. The very weird, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so weird. Now we got another book and quill from the chest. So this is definitely going to lead us somewhere. But I want to know what the record book has to say about this. Because this is definitely something that would be recorded, right? Because Jonas was able to open this without even going into the barrier puzzle room. We'll say that. We'll call the other one the jumping puzzle room. But if he was able to open this without even going into that puzzle room, then he must have just explored this for days, right? My assumption with Jonas was that he did not go into the barrier puzzle room. We know that his inventory was wiped, though there could be a big plot point missing between what happened with him inside the chamber room after the jumping puzzle and what happened with him when he returned back to spawn. When we went north, we got our daytime changed from night to day. It could have been the same situation with him. There are a lot of things that are weird with his second video, but basically thinking about it, it probably was in a loop. He started in the day, ended in the night. I started in the night. Now I'm in the day. So there's probably some correlation there. However, the main issue is what happens when you don't follow the rules, which in this case, the rules would be to do the puzzles according to order from first to last. If he just went around exploring after the first puzzle, that would explain why he was acting the way he was in the second video. Like he just changed out of nowhere, like a personality switch. There's a lot of questions I want to ask here. I feel a lot of it has to do with the Outer Rim. I don't know how this correlates, but something between the two is fishy. Observations as if something is meant to be kept here, as if there's an outcome that they're expecting to change, or maybe an outcome they're expecting to keep. You arrived at the moment where entry had already occurred. The record updates to reflect your awareness. The gate was never sealed. Proceed. Observation continues. I still don't understand the consensus of this record book. So clearly I'm being recorded. Or not recorded, but observed. And I don't know what the hell is observing me. But I'll tell you this for sure. I need to get that to open whatever the hell is in that. Another puzzle, another layer to this. And I'm not liking where this is going. Every arrival seems to begin. EAST, east. Begin. We never went east. We have never gone to the east. Begin. So we decided to go east, following the book's instructions, just to see what we can find. Though I noticed that there was no real pathway going east, we ended up finding another puzzle, which asked for the soul lantern again. Opening it gave us a hidden book, and within the book, gave us a puzzle from another world. Why does that sound oddly familiar? The hands that turn the loop. I remember. I'm in another loop. The memories started to come back. This cipher was used like a numpad, and it was deciphered to be look in lava. The only other lava source that we saw was farther down aisle. We see that the lava looks like it was tampered with, like someone took a chunk of it out. Going to the chunk that was taken out, we find that there was a chest hidden inside, and inside held a book telling us to go south. Something once undone takes hold. Going south, baby. Which we did. I remember everything that happened. It was in our face the whole entire time. I started to remember everything from the previous world. The puzzles, the alphabet system, the signs, functions, the rules. We got 5 rules the last time, but we were missing one. One pivotal rule. One that leads us towards completion. But that's something that we don't want. Why? And I'm starting to piece it together. And that's something we would have never found. The core. All of a sudden, I had this overwhelming feeling to go back to the house and open that door. Everything started coming back. The other world. Asher's journal. It wasn't just a guide back then. It was a record. The people, like the woman from the past, Jonas, me, the loop doesn't exist to find an answer. They exist to prevent one. Awareness. And awareness isn't failure, it's a trigger. Something that I should have known as an admin, but instead, I fed into my own greed and I opened that iron sealed door. These worlds aren't meant to be solved, aren't meant for fun. Jonas, Asher, me, we're here for what? To be contained, to prevent completion, to prevent knowing, Whatever thought that we had, whatever the name given to me from whatever was in that chest, it means something. And every time you start a new loop, it ends at the same point. Outcomes unchanged. Core function resumed.